What's up, you beautiful collectors and dinosaur fans? Thanks for tuning in. Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the new Jurassic World Rebirth. It is the Wild Roar UTAHRAPTOR. Now, this is a fun one. As far as I know, and I could be mistaken, as far as I know, this is the first time that we've gotten a UTAHRAPTOR from the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World toy line. I could be mistaken. If I am, let me know. This is the first time that I can really remember it. But the UTAHRAPTOR is actually really kind of fun. Originally in Jurassic Park, the Velociraptor, a lot of people know this, some people don't know this. The actual Velociraptor was very small. That's why it made, when they made that joke in the beginning, there was a little kid that was listening to Alan Grant talk, and he mentioned that it looks like a turkey, like a 6-foot turkey. The irony is that a Velociraptor was about the size of a large turkey. It wasn't as big as it was portrayed in the movie. The design and look of the Velociraptor in the film, Michael Crichton met with a lot of scientists, and they talked and everything, and he basically wanted it to be the Deinonychus. I might be saying that wrong, but the Deinonychus was basically a very large, kind of like raptor looking. I mean, it looked like the Velociraptors that we got in the movie for the most part. But the ones that we got in the movie were actually kind of shrunken down a little bit more. The Deinonychus, whatever, was a bit larger than it. What was interesting at the same time that the Jurassic Park movie was being filmed, one that does kind of more resemble the size of the Velociraptor that we saw in the film was discovered in the state of Utah, and that is where the name comes from here, the UTAHRAPTOR, which is what we have here. And this is actually a fairly accurate representation of how they believe it looks. Now, they don't know for sure if a lot of these dinosaurs had feathers. That's something that they started incorporating more as science kind of led to people to believe in the community that dinosaurs kind of evolved to some becoming birds and having feathers and things like that. There's more genetic information that says, and that we've never discovered these with feathers or anything. Those go away, and what we're left with is just the skeleton. But there's no real evidence of feathers because that doesn't last through the fossilization process. But genetically, there's more information to say that they had feathers than didn't have feathers. So that's why they're more leaning towards that whole aspect. But this is really cool to get this. Coloration on here looks really good. I don't know really how I feel about this black up here. I think it would look better if it was more like this brown-ish kind of, but it still looks pretty cool. But you can see UTAHRAPTOR. It is the Wild Roar, and you'll see that here in a bit. You push down his tail. Hint, hint. But there's the Spinosaurus right there. The new look for the Spinosaurus in the Rebirth film come around to the back, and you can see the action feature, what it does, all that fun stuff. You got the open package here, which allows you to play with it, which is very common with a lot. Oh, that's already kind of ripped open there. Very common with a lot of these new Jurassic figures. Mattel has been crushing it with these guys. Absolutely thrilled. But for the package on this guy, that is about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. And here we have the new Jurassic World Rebirth UTAHRAPTOR open up and out of its packaging. And I am really quite impressed with this. The overall look and design of it is really good. I mean, you can get a good feel for it while it was in the package. And one of the things, kind of like when I was taking a look at the new Rebirth Spinosaur, the biggest thing is that these figures are slaves to the gimmick that's in there. So there's not a ton of articulation in it, but it still looks really good. And the UTAHRAPTOR is really cool. As I kind of talked about before, it was discovered during the time when Jurassic Park, the original one back in 1993, was being filmed, and it was really neat. And as I talked about, Michael Crichton, when he was writing the book Jurassic Park, really more or less based the Velociraptor on the I can never say that one right, Deinonychus. That's me struggling to say it. The Deinonychus was a much larger version of kind of the Velociraptor, and realistically, he wanted the Deinonychus to be in the movie, but it didn't sound cool. The name Velociraptor sounded a whole lot more cool. So what we see for the most part in Jurassic Park, now granted, it's not entirely all that accurate, but the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park are basically Deinonychus animals, part of the Dromaeosaur family, and that's where the UTAHRAPTOR comes in. During 1993, during the filming of it, they discovered this new species. Well, I don't know if I want to say species, but new dinosaur, and it was essentially the largest and, for all intent and purpose, the scariest of all the various Dromaeosaur dinosaurs. This is just extremely cool, and kind of like I was talking about, there's not any specific evidence that the UTAHRAPTOR had feathers. All of the other kind of dromaeosaurs basically have a very strong, I mean, they discovered some with feathers and everything, so there's not a lot of like actual evidence that the UTAHRAPTOR did. But a lot of other dromaeosaurs did have that evidence in terms of like fossilization and stuff like that, I guess. But nothing really lasted for the UTAHRAPTOR. But all the other ones had it, so it's more so believed that because the other ones have it, he's probably going to have it as well. But I really do like the way that this looks, and it is a very accurate representation. Now granted, this is meant to be the largest of the dromaeosaurs, and here is Blue from Jurassic World. You can see that there is a big size difference between these, and the UTAHRAPTOR was considerably larger, and this is a accurate representation. Again, this is not the way that a Velociraptor really looked, but it's how we know them from the films and things like that. But there is a big size difference here, which is, for the most part, accurate. And the overall look of the UTAHRAPTOR here is, again, fairly accurate in terms of, like, the long tail with the quills on it. A lot of nice kind of, like, feathering detail through there. You have the little feathering that's on the head here. They started doing that with some of the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park 3, adding the quills onto the head. It carries on. You got the feathers on the arms as well. Very large claws on the fingers. Obviously, you have the very large sickle claw. I mean, and that's a huge size difference between what we see on the Velociraptor. I mean, you can see that is monstrously larger than what we got before. So really a very cool look. Like I kind of talked about, the only thing that I kind of wish was done a little bit differently, instead of the black that's around the snout here and then the lower jaw going down to the section here with the neck, I wish it was done more with this brown color. I think that it would match a little bit better. I mean, color-wise, we have no idea what color these kind of look like. So this is all just kind of make-believe and everything. But I feel like the coloration here with the orange would be a little bit better than the bright orange that we have going on here. And then, like I said, the black section here would look a little bit better if it was this brown coloring. Also, they never paint the claws. I kind of wish that they did. Although, realistically, I don't know if those would be, I mean, because, like, when you look at your fingernails, they're like, not a crazy different color. So maybe, you know, I'm just being picky with that. But I think it looks a little bit better when it's black like that. Articulation-wise on this, there's nothing at the head. Like I said, this is basically a slave to the play feature on there, which I'll get to here in a bit. You do have articulation at the shoulders where you can move in and out rotate it around. There's nothing at the elbow or anything. So, I mean, there's not, again, a lot of posing options with it. You're just kind of moving the arms around a little bit and maybe have him like, I'm flying. Look at me. I'm flying. That's about it. The legs down here, you can click them. Let's see. I mean, I'm ruining it. I mean, you can basically click it down to there, but because, again, the way that the legs are spread, you're going to have it like that, so he's going to be pointing down, but you can go back a couple different clicks. I mean, pretty far. I mean, he can here now look, I'm flying. I'm a flying dinosaur. Look at me. You can do that if you wanted to. But again, because the way that the feet are designed, he's kind of always going to be stuck in a pose, kind of like that. It's not bad or anything of that nature, but you are, like I said, kind of a slave to that. But the play feature on here is that you can control the neck and everything with the tail, which, again, the tail looks really good. That is a separate piece that you have to plug into his butt when you, like, it rotates right here. So this part right here, and that is not the wrong way, or right way. So you do have to plug that in there. And it's kind of soft as well. Same thing with a lot of this. And then even the teeth are soft, which they're doing that a lot more with this, which gives a lot of variation in terms of the way that the teeth are going to look, which I do like. But the play feature is all done here with the tail. So when you push it down, you see that it brings the head back, closes the mouth. And then you get the different sounds that are going in there. And then if you push it down, he goes down and he bites. So you can do all sorts of crazy things. But also when you rotate it, you can rotate the head. So it's like he can sit there and go like, you know. So, like I said, there's no like articulation in the neck, but you can, you know, in terms of playing around with it, you can do that kind of stuff, which is fun. I mean, it's you know, if you're a kid, you're gonna be able to, you know, let's see, let me pull out, what can I pull out here? How about Wheeljack? Here's Wheeljack. So you can go da 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 da, like I'm gonna bite you in the head. Like, wait, hold on. Rah, rah. That doesn't do anything. Bite your. It's not working. I'll bite his head. But I'm just there. No. Oh well. All right. So you get the idea. So the play pattern in there. I mean, I do hope that we can get a better articulated version of the UTAHRAPTOR, kind of similar to like what we got here with Blue from the Hammond collection. That would be really cool if we could get one of those. It just kind of depends on how prominent the UTAHRAPTOR is in Rebirth. Time will tell. We'll see what basically comes of it, but you got the little sound thing down there. Oh, and then like they got the new code thing. So like if you scan that, that'll give you him in that app. I used to have that app. I don't know if I still do, to be totally honest with you. But really fun, really cool looking. Like I said, I do have a couple minor gripes with it, but all in all, really fun to finally have the UTAHRAPTOR. Again, I don't remember if we ever got a UTAHRAPTOR previously, so it is cool to get it, and it's new. It's hitting stores. If you guys are interested in picking him up, he is. We found this at Target. Yes, we found it at Target. So if you'd like to pick it up, it is in stores now, or as always, online places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, Entertainment Earth. All of that is available to you. I'll put links down in the video description where you can go there and check that out. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. Also, subscribe in case you haven't already subscribbled. That way you get instant email notifications whenever I upload new videos or go live, which I don't do all that much anymore. But it is what it is. But thanks for tuning in, guys. And until next time, this is Optibotimus saying adios, au revoir, and Alvida saying good night.